Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead titled Days Gone By. We start off with a flash forward with Rick walking through this kind of graveyard of cars and finding a walker, putting her down. And that's kind of our cold open. Then we go to Rick and Shane talking, having a real good conversation about women. And, Rick mentioning he had an argument with his wife. I loved this conversation, this scene, it's something I really didn't appreciate until, now that it was so natural, I can believe that these been friends since they were children, Then they get a call that there's high-speed chase, officer down. They get there, and they get into a shootout with the three criminals. Rick gets shot once. They think they got all the criminals. Here comes a third one. Shoots Rick again, and Rick goes down while Shane puts the criminal down. We see Rick's in a coma, we get a little flash of Shane bringing him some flowers. Then Rick waking up after getting out of his coma, and the world has gone to shit. The hospital's, overrun, run down. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He gets to his house, and he's just sitting there like, oh my god. Then he gets hit, then to add on to all that bullshit, he gets hit in the head with a shovel. And then Morgan, this is a real stupid part on Morgan's part. He comes up to Dwayne, who hit Rick with the shovel, and walks up to a walker. He's literally right by the walker and then shoots him. He couldn't have, just grabbed him. Did he not have, a knife or something? If he was going to get that close without being scared, he should have just grabbed, a knife or a machete and a hatchet, something. But, come on, man. That was dumb. And he at least admits it later that he shouldn't have fired that gun. He tries to get Rick to tell him what the bandage is for, if he was bit, but Rick passes out. Morgan's a good dude, though, so he takes him, he ties him up, though, of course. Treats Rick, and Rick tells him it was a gunshot wound. He and Morgan, kind of have some conversations. Morgan explains to Rick what the hell happened, the apocalypse. Then they eventually go out to the police station where they raid what's left of the guns, which I'm kind of shocked there would still be guns. I figured, they'd all been gone, but, they apparently take a hot shower because they got its own water line or whatever. And, they make their own separate ways. Morgan proceeds to waste bullets killing walkers in an attempt to put down his wife, who turned into a walker. But, he can't bring himself to do it. We get Rick, traveling on the highway. He attempts to hail people. And we get a group, and we find out part of this group is Shane and Lori and Carl, and Shane and Lori are in a relationship together. Shit, I don't even think they waited for Rick's body to be cold. I don't think we ever got confirmation how long they've been together, but come on. I don't think Rick's been in a coma that long. Anyways. Rick finds a horse and rides the horse into Atlanta like a goddamn cowboy. He's telling all these lies. Oh, there's people in Atlanta. There's probably going to be other horses, food. Oh, you're going to love it. Poor horse didn't know he was the food. They got overrun by walkers and the horse got eaten. Rick managed to escape into a tank, He had to fire a shot off in the tank to kill a walker that was in it. And this is the only part in the show that's ever showed ringing, to signal that, hey, firing all these bullets is fucking up our ears. And that's kind of how the episode ends. I think this is a very strong start to The Walking Dead. It introduced us, to Rick, about the apocalypse. Overall, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.